When done properly, the internet, screens, and particularly social media can provide 5 essential elements of adolescent well-being: a sense of control over one's environment, individuation, self-expression, a connection to others, and acceptance. And then there is the abyss. Welcome to App-Propriate, a podcast designed to give you a little taste into the positives and negatives of the most popular social media apps, so that you and your most importants can make more informed, healthy, and safer choices when it comes to interacting through your screens. I'm your host, Joe Langford. Note that I said safer, not safe. Interacting through screens with other humans contains a degree of natural risk, just like real life. And I believe that education leads to empowerment, and I hope this information helps add a degree of safety, social responsibility, and good digital citizenship to your social networking and the conversations you have about it with your family. Today's episode is about VSCO. That's VSCO, not VSCO. VSCO falls into the media sharing and content curation category. It's rated 12 plus in the app stores and is a photography app on which users can upload or take photos, add edits and filters, and share them with other VSCO users or on other social media sites. VSCO is a creative platform with a content creation vibe very similar to Instagram, including its popularity with teens. In fact, of VSCO's 20 million weekly visitors, an estimated 75% of them belong to Gen Z. Like Instagram, VSCO users can post and see other users' photographs and videos and communicate with those who follow them via messaging. There are, however, a few ways in which the app differs from Instagram. The most notable difference is that the social interaction is much more limited. There are no likes, and there's no commenting on VSCO posts. VSCO seems to pride itself on a reputation for more serious photography enthusiasts, with an emphasis on engaging and quality photos apart from how many likes or comments they might receive. For users who still crave that social commentary, they can easily share photos from their VSCO feeds to other social media networks, including WeChat, Pinterest, SMS text messaging, and of course, Snapchat and Instagram. VSCO is also notably less popular than the screen-dominating Instagram app. The smaller audience pool gives users more freedom to experiment, share, and take creative risks because, especially for teens, not literally every single person you know is going to see your post. This also includes parents, allowing some kids to use VSCO as sort of a secret version of Instagram because many parents, including some of you listening, have never heard of VSCO, at least in the app form. The word VSCO may sound familiar because it also refers to a certain currently trendy genre of adolescent girl. VSCO girls are Generation Z's version of both an 80s valley girl and the laid-back, vaguely environmentalist, aught-era hipster chick. Imagine that Julia Stiles' character from 10 Things I Hate About You had a baby with Kelly Taylor from 90210, but with the bubbly, well-intentioned enthusiasm of Cher from Clueless. And don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about. They combine highly aesthetized accessories from brands like Lululemon and Pura Vida and combine them with decidedly slackerish accents like puka shell necklaces, Vans, and scrunchies. Known for its earnest memes and TikTok videos, the VSCO vibe is characterized by pale rainbow-colored, oversized hoodies and Hydro Flask water bottles covered with inspirational stickers, stereotypically about saving turtle populations. VSCO started as an app for editing and sharing images, but it's also definitely a thing. These girls flock to VSCO presumably to escape some of the self-esteem smashing vibes of the uber-curated and highly scrutinized Instagram. The viral rise over the last couple of years of the VSCO girls' casual style and global consciousness was both inspired by and boosts the VSCO app's popularity. Unfortunately, the VSCO girl subculture has also attracted its share of trolls and has become a sometimes target for cyberbullying, a conversation you may want to have if the description I just finished resembles any of the young people living in your house. But back to the app. The Discover tab on VSCO functions very similarly to Instagram's Discover tab and shows images that the app thinks the user will like. Posts on VSCO are typically filtered by hashtags, which are used to describe and catalog images. If a user likes another user's image, they can favorite the picture or repost it to their VSCO profile, and the app will notify the image's originator. Users can also create journals on the app that function like a blog post, combining titles, texts, and images. Other issues that have come up in conversations with parents include the potential for explicit imagery, in-app purchases, and privacy stuff. VSCO says it doesn't allow nudity or hate-driven posts, but explicit and certainly suggestive material have been noted on the app. Keep in mind that VSCO is, by design, an artistic platform for creative expression, and nudity happens in most curated art venues, though users can report truly inappropriate material such as hate speech when it happens. Users can choose the free version of the app or subscribe to the premium version for a yearly fee of $19.99. The free version of VSCO gives users access to a selection of filters, basic editing tools, and access to the community platform. The premium version gives access to more sophisticated editing tools, video editing capabilities, and a wider selection of filters. There's also in-app purchases for individual photo editing tools and presets. In terms of privacy, it's important to know that location data is shared unless it's manually turned off in the app's privacy settings. Users can private message each other on the app, but only if they both follow each other. I recommend that any minors using this app keep their profiles set to private. This means that anyone who sees their profile page and wants to follow them or see their posts has to request to be individually approved. If your child wants to be on VSCO, I recommend the same general guidelines I covered in our Instagram episode. These include staying involved with your kids' online lives, monitoring behavior until around age 16, and discussions around privacy, posting expectations, and predators. And I would add that if you have a creative kid with an interest in photography and editing, consider setting them up with and encouraging them to learn programs like Adobe's Photoshop or Lightroom. These programs and skill sets can be highly desirable for college admissions, internships, or resumes down the road. Thank you for listening. I'm Joe Langford. I'm a therapist, a sex and tech educator, and a dad, and I specialize in helping families navigate that intersection of adolescence, sexuality, technology, and behavior. More information about me and my work to promote healthy, positive, and safer sexual and social behavior, both online and off, can be found at my website, beheroes.net.
The advice presented in this podcast is a form of education and is intended to provide general information about common though broad topics that impact underage people. Specific circumstances and facts may make said advice unsuitable and/or other actions necessary for individuals. This podcast is meant to be an adjunct, not a replacement, for IRL experience, professional advice, and good old-fashioned common sense. In addition, much of the information included here can and most likely will change with time, culture, and the rapid development of technology. BeHeroes.net does not seek nor accept any monetary gain or financial support from any social media platform mentioned. BeHeroes.net is committed to providing quality consulting, coaching, product, speaker, and contracted therapeutic services, advocacy, and resources to clients, visitors, customers, colleagues, and fans. Appropriate is produced by BeHeroes.net.